Ooh, Maggie Johnson. Yeah, I still remember it was my freshman year in college when he came out and announced that he had HIV, and I remember it was where I was sitting that day in the cafeteria at my school, and just like it was yesterday. But yeah, I loved basketball growing up, and he was my favorite guy. Only pick one, I guess I would have to stick with my Houston Rockets. I grew up about 45 minutes away from Houston, was there during the Hakeem Olajuwon years when they won a couple of championships. So if I could just pick one, it would be the Houston Rockets. Big Lord of the Rings fan, but I'm going to go old school. Back when I was a child, watching the original Star Wars in 1977 in a drive-in movie theater. That makes me sound really old. But yeah, I would have to say if I could only pick one, the original Star Wars. You can look at my skin tone and tell I'm not a beach guy, so I would say anything in the woods, in the mountains, I'd love. Just getting away. My in-laws have a cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in the Smoky Mountains. We'd love that. So anything outdoors, that's a big thing for me, just getting peace and quiet and away from everything. Gosh, if I had to just pick one, it'd be close between Zach Brown Band and Josh Turner. I would probably say Josh Turner, if I could just pick one. When you have two young kids, there's not a ton of time just to do random stuff. I really like to hunt. I love the outdoors. I would say deer hunting is a real big hobby of mine. Although I've noticed since I've got to Ohio, maybe it's less challenging here because they're everywhere. I saw one in the Bob Evans parking lot yesterday when I was driving into practice. So I would say that's probably my favorite hobby.
I would probably say one of my, it wasn't necessarily my favorite moment. It was kind of the end of, it was after our last match of my senior year. So I wasn't particularly enjoying it because my career was ended. But we'd kind of got through all the emotion, and I had come out of the locker room and was talking to my parents, and then I was talking to some other of the team parents, and I just got to see him walk up and talk to my parents, and he thanked them for letting me be there for 4 years, and it was just kind of a good wrap up to, I don't know, it was just kind of a good end to my career and our relationship as player and coach. So I would say that was probably one of the things that, I don't know if it was the most memorable, but just really sticks in my brain. Kind of more I've learned as I've worked with him. He's really funny. It's not necessarily a side you see of him a ton as a player, because you see him in the gym and you see him on road trips where he's really focused on a match or whatever it is. But he's a really funny guy. And so he takes a little bit to get to know him, but he's always going to be sincere, and he's always going to say what he means. So it's nice to know when you talk to him that you're getting exactly what he thinks. I think they're going to continue to see some things that they've always seen, the things that Ohio is great at. We're going to continue to be great at. I think that he's also going to implement some things that he's great at as a coach. His emphasis has always been first contact, passing and serving. And so I think that's going to be a really exciting part of the game for Ohio fans to see. They're going to see a lot more aces in the serving game. And our offense is going to get a little more exciting when we add that great passing.